So hi, Yene, welcome. My name is Alfred Lazarus.
As you said, my name is Yene Oga Yene.
Okay. So actually, there's actually been a lot of confusion about your name, whether you are Yene or whether you are Oga Yene or whether there's the other one I saw Kani Yene or something. So we need to know your real name. What's your real name? Taking away your business name, what's your real name?
My name is Akan Yene.
Okay, Akani Yene. Okay, welcome, Mr. Akani Yene. So actually, the fact is that how are you able to manage your name and your business name? How do you do it?
Okay. Way back in 2016,
Okay.
when I was looking for a name to brand the business I was doing,
Yeah.
I I tried several names,
Yeah.
and then I would sample it to my friends. They would just, no, leave this one. No, we need just need something that is unique,
Yeah.
not something that you are getting from something that existing already. So now, one day I just picked my full name. I just wrote out my full name, Akani Yene Paulinus Elijah.
Okay.
The idea was to see if I can pick up words or maybe syllables
Yeah.
that would be able to form something for me. And then I look at the end part of my name, the last four letters of my name,
Yeah.
and then I saw Nyene, Yene, Akani Yene.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is it. Sound unique. So I injected an extra N for emphasis to make it at least more visible, more bigger or longer. So that's where the name Nyene came from. So I now pick it up and then I add to Nyene e-market because my business, was and still a larger percentage of it is online. So when I started logistic in 20 late 20, okay, when I formalized my logistic operations, I
Yeah.
started with a bicycle, then later bought a personal bike I was using with the box on it. So when I now branch out to now do like the formal logistics service,
Yeah.
offer the formal logistics services rather, some of my clients, my logistic clients, they will now, sir, please send me a rider. Oganyene, send me a rider. Oganyene, send me a rider. The company name was Nyene Logistics. We had a Nyene e-market
Yeah.
that deals with the buying and selling of fairly used items. And then when we started the logistics, we call it the Nyene Logistics. Nyene
Okay.
Logistics. So people knew as Nyene Logistics. It was even more popular than the Nyene e-market. So it is actually my client that gave me the name Oganyene.
Okay.
So, over time they start calling me Oganyene, Oganyene. I was just like, one day I just started, I said, this name actually makes sense. Oh." So that's how the
Okay,
Oganyene
Yene
came
came
out.
to
So
be.
we have the Nyene e-market as a brand,
Yeah.
and then the Oganyene is my personal brand. I use that for my influence, for my influencing job. I'm also an influencer.
Wow.
So that's my personal brand.
How
The
many
other one,
followers you have?
ah,
On Facebook actually,
on
because I
Facebook,
know I
Facebook
noticed that.
I have 32K.
Wow.
Though I went into trouble with Facebook, and then I've been struggling for the last couple of months, trying to like get the restriction, get the shadow ban on my page to be lifted.
But do
You
you
know.
know how they contact me? Do you actually handle those kind of stuff? But that actually I'm not here to market myself.
No problem.
Yeah,
Thank you for
actually,
telling me.
so we understand doing business is actually tough. Thinking about business to start is actually very crazy, and sometimes a whole lot of procrastination actually made some persons not to start. So, what made you start? Why did you start?
Okay. I The business I'm doing today, I never sat down one day and say I want to do this business.
Okay.
I never set a time on my calendar and say I'm starting this business this time. It all started as an accident. Okay. I was a teacher after my NYC in 2014. I got a teaching job. I teach 2014, 2015. By 2016, I resigned. And when I resigned, the reason for the resignation was to start up a career in fashion designing.
Yeah.
So toward the end of my stay in the school, I was using part time, like I was training on how to sew part time. So I'll go to work, come back by 3, by 4, I'll go for my training. So this was to prepare myself so that by the time I resigned at the end of that academic session, I would just start up something. So that was it. So when I came out, June 2016, I resigned and then started up, doing stuff at home, creating designs, all of those stuff. And then one day, one of my students who just graduated, you understand, contacted me and said she's traveling or she was traveling. And then that she had three phones she wanted to sell off. She wouldn't know if this phone would be compatible with with the country that she was going
Okay,
to.
going, yeah.
So she just wanted to dispose of the phone. When she get there, she would get a new one. So she had a Samsung tablet, one it one Technophone and one Infinix. She
Yeah.
was using the Infinix.
Okay.
The the Samsung tab was with frame.
Yeah.
So I just told her, okay, send me the names of the phone, send me the pictures. And then she told me that she wasn't where the phones were.
Yeah.
So she won't be able to send the pictures. I said, no problem. When you can, just
Send
snap
me
them
the
and
picture.
send. But what is the name of the phones? And then she told me the names. I just wrote them down and then I posted them just on a Saturday. And I posted the phones. A lot of people called in. When can I see the phone? Are they real? I hope they are not stolen item. I want to see the phone. I'm interested. A lot of messages came, a lot of call came, and then at the end of the phone, sadly, I didn't sell any of the phones
Okay.
because by the time she told her friend I wanted to sell
Yeah.
the Samsung tab,
Yeah.
the friend decided to buy.
Bye.
And then another person in the family took the Techno phone, leaving her with the only phone she was using. So I didn't sell any of the phone, but the idea just through. And then I told myself, so I can actually make a
Something out of
business
this.
helping people sell off fairly used items. That was just it.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
would just go on. So from that day, I would just go online and say, "Do you have anything to sell? I can help you sell. Do you have a problem? Want to sell something? I can help you sell. Want to buy Felly's item? I can help you find it." That was it. So initially, what I used to do, if you tell me you want to sell this item for like, let's say 20,000,
Yeah.
I will bring a buyer for this item.
Yeah.
And then when you sell it 20,000, you give me 10%, which is 2,000.
Yeah.
And then I also notice that sometimes someone can tell me I want to sell this 20,000.
Okay.
And then I'll be able to go negotiate with the buyer up to maybe 23,000.
Yeah.
So if the person discovers that if the seller discovers that I have been able to top up something here,
Yeah.
sometimes they will take the whole money and still give me 2,000.
Okay.
Or sometimes they'll just take the 20,000 and say, okay, you've already added 3,000 for yourself. And then that time, people didn't really trust me because nobody really knew me that time.
Yeah.
So they won't trust to send the money to me. They will always send it directly. So
to the owner.
if I have a particular case I had a particular case where somebody wanted to sell something for 20,000, I was able to negotiate up to 28,000, and then they transferred the 28,000 to him. He took the whole money and didn't give me anything. He just told me that my commission is 22,800. And I told him, you told me you're selling this for 20,000. You understand? And then I'm able to negotiate something big. So what if the payment was made to me?
Yeah.
Would you have known? So the guy, he was just greedy. So I was really hot. I started saving up money and then started buying up things small. I think my capital was about whether 10 or 20,000. I bought the first thing and then I was able to sell it for 25,000. I had now 25,000. I used that again, and then that's how I've grown the money.
Yeah,
For us to be able to have a showroom, where we buy things and we sell and all of that. So
That's so amazing. That's so amazing. So actually, you started a business from somebody's problem, which contacted
yeah,
you,
sure,
and
sure.
you actually didn't were not able to solve the problem before because yeah, the person has already find somebody
Yeah,
to
they
get
found
the
someone. Yeah,
problem.
sure.
Okay, that's great. So what has been your motivation? Because I actually understand that, like what you've just said about somebody that became greedy since you didn't use an escrow service. So what has been your motivation to keep doing this?
Okay. Well, I like helping people,
Okay,
so I see my business as an opportunity to render
help
services
people and
to
still
the
make money
yes,
from it.
yes.
Wow.
Because most time I deal mostly with people who are stranded, people who are financially trapped, people
Yeah.
who just in emergency. Either it's a child school fee they're trying to raise, or someone is sick in the hospital. There's an operation that needs to be done, or someone need to travel. So what we just do, just use what you have and get what you want. So instead of going to pick a loan, instead of running around friends who
Sell
will
your
ridicule you
property.
later
Yeah.
and all of this, why don't you bring up that television? Why don't you bring up that gas cooker? Why don't you bring up that furniture and sell? Why don't you just bring up your curtains and get money and do something? Do you understand? So that's what we do. Initially, I used to give loan, but I discovered that people don't pay
Yeah,
loans,
yeah,
and I don't want to
greediness.
have a problem with people because sometimes I just tell people, "Come keep your table, get the money." Like if your table is valued like let's say 20,000, you can keep it and get 10,000 when you bring it. Or you understand? And
Right.
sometimes you notice that the person may have a problem of up to 30,000, and then he's now telling you, just keep the table, give me 20, or give me 25. You understand? And it's not worth it. So at the end of the day, if I even had a particular situation that someone threatened me, if you sell my item, you will see me. I didn't sell my item to you. I got a loan. Keep my item, and that item was there for over 8 months. In fact, the laptop stayed there and spoiled, and
That's
then
sad.
he never came back to get the money. And then the laptop I had to spend extra money because has it been he allowed me to sell the
Yeah.
laptop at
At
the end
that
of
that
two
time.
months,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to have any problem with him. We didn't have any tangible agreement. I was just helping a friend with 80,000, and then he dropped the laptop. And then by the time he came, the keyboard was bad. The battery was bad. After 8 months, that was a long time. So and me, I didn't know that I was supposed to detach the battery
Yeah.
from it and all of that. So
So if you have to sell my own laptop, how much would you sell for me?
well, I need to check the market value first.
Oh, that's great.
I need to
Yeah.
check the
So,
market value.
the truth is, the conversation about business growth has actually not been said enough by people in the business. I know some persons go into business because they want to eat. People are hungry. I told a friend the other time that some persons have given up the idea of becoming a billionaire, a trillionaire. They
They
just
just want
want
to
to
survive.
survive. Yeah. A whole lot of persons have given up on the idea of becoming whatever in the world. They just want to survive. So for Yene e-markets, what's your plan in 10 years? Where do you see yourself? Like sometimes you sit down and you might, Kai, if now me, I go get this space. How do you always fantasize your growth in 10 years?
Okay.
Place your business in 10 years.
Okay.
Or talk as Oga Yene in 10 years.
Okay.
Imagine you're in
In
10 years
ten
already.
years, we will be the leading e-commerce brand, not just in Akwa Ibom,
Okay.
but at least within the South South.
Wow.
Okay, where we will be able to bring build an ecosystem that will bring vendors, people who are doing business, to meet people who need their services, and we just the center people.
Okay.
We will just be like the middleman.
Yeah.
So in 10 years, we are going to grow up beyond. We're still going to do our normal buying and selling.
Yeah.
You understand? In fact, as at that time, we should be able to be what do you call that thing when government want to sell off items? Auctional.
Auction. Yeah.
Yes, we'll be able to handle auctioning.
Top auction
Yes,
knowledge.
yes,
Yeah.
for companies, for government, and for big people. You understand? There are people that just like, I don't want this particular thing again. I want to put new stuffs. And then we just go there, we get up the old stuff and then bring them the new ones.
Yeah.
And then we value the old stuff and pay for them. I get
Great.
me.
Yeah.
And then by that time, we'll be able to build, just as I said, an e-commerce platform where people will come in there to buy, not just from us, but from other persons. And
Yeah.
then by that time, we'll be able to give life to our logistics services because they'll be the one to pick up from this guy,
Yeah.
deliver to this
Transport
guy,
to
and
the
then we
other.
just get, a little fraction as a commission for offering that,
That's
or
great.
for owning and offering that services. So
That's
that's what
great.
we are looking at
That's
in the
great.
coming years.
That's great. So I've actually been in Akwa Ibom State. I know the business terrain, and I always say it. I give kudos to all the business people in Akwa Ibom State. It's not easy to thrive, even anywhere in the world. It's actually not easy to build a business and thrive. So for competition, do you have any head-to-head competition in Akwa Ibom State?
A lot.
Okay, don't mention the name
No,
of.
I'm not going to mention
Okay.
the name, but
Okay.
the market that I operate is a market that's anyone can come inside and also
Okay.
do business.
Yeah.
But then what is keeping us ahead of a lot of them is that we are a brand.
Okay.
People know us, people can trust us. I get to me. And then we have a physical store
Okay.
where you can walk in and buy, not just the online stuff and
Yeah.
the same pictures and all of this stuff. And it's not a business for a greedy person. The business I do is not a business for a greedy person.
Okay.
It's not the business for a liar. It's not the business for people who cannot attend to after sales complaints.
Okay.
Do you understand? We are selling fairly used items. So definitely in this phone can actually look all good and all fine
Yeah.
at the time I'm selling to you. So my focus most time is not just on the money.
Yeah.
I must ensure that you're getting value for this phone. So if you call me back and say, Oganyene, that phone is giving me issue, I will be concerned. Okay, bring it. What is the issue? If it is something that we can fix, we will handle it. A lot of our clients can testify to that. We will handle the cost, or we'll just tell you, okay, can we share? If you don't accept it, I have to, because at the end of the day, you must get value for this.
Yeah.
If you don't get value for this, you won't come back.
Okay.
So that's what is standing us out
Yeah.
from the other guys. And then we tell people the truth. If you come and then the deals look so good to be true, we tell you we are not buying. Because when it looks so good to be true, it could be a stolen item.
Yeah.
And then if you don't come with a receipt, we are not also
buying.
buying. So we have this policy that has, kept us out of trouble for the last 6 years. So most of them are still coming. But the thing is that before, as you come in, we are moving to another level.
Okay.
We are going to another dimension. You understand? So the competitors, they really need to work so hard to be able to meet us where we are heading up.
Okay. So you're actually telling your competitors to work so hard to follow you,
Yeah.
but not to be at the longer head.
They cannot even be, because before they even come, they were already getting a step higher.
That's good. What's your message to the public about your staffs, your team?
My team.
Yeah.
Well, I always count myself so lucky. I feel I have one of the best set of workers. Maybe because I'm also a nice guy.
Okay.
But
Are you a nice guy?
Yes, I am a nice guy.
Wow.
Ask my workers, they will tell you.
Wow.
They will tell you. I mean, they are paddy.
That's your conviction.
Okay. I'm human.
Yeah.
I have a very, as a business owner, as a business manager, most times, in fact, nice guys don't get the job done.
Yeah.
But I let my guys know that in as much as we play, in as much as we rapport, when it is time to do the business, let's do it. You understand? Because you won't like the other side of me when I'm angry. They know it. So I try to build a family within my workspace.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about what my staff go through. I'm concerned about their family. I'm concerned about their personal problems. I go miles. I won't say I go extra mile, but I go miles to see how they're actually okay. It has been the way the business and the business environment has been.
Okay.
We don't have people fighting. We don't have people quarreling. We don't have people struggling for certain things. You understand? We just see ourselves as friends. We see ourselves as family. Before even we see ourselves as colleagues, and then we now see ourselves as boss and you understand a worker. So that's actually what. So I'm blessed with a very good set of staff, and I tell them I'm not scared of losing you guys.
Okay.
But if you want to leave me, tell me at least. Yeah. Let me know. Not me to just come and then my shop is locked and then say this one have not come. Do you understand? Because thank you, God bless you, is a very big thing.
Yeah.
I get me. You don't do things as if you want to frustrate me, and then you think that when you get out there you progress. Yeah. You talk to me, sir. Next month I won't be coming again. Oh, you have a problem, you share with me. If I have a way to help you, I will. If I don't, I can refer you to somebody. Some of them, they have their side businesses.
Okay.
And then when people contact me for certain things, it's not as if I don't know people that do that thing outside. But why don't I give that to my staff? I give a lot of referrals to some of them that are doing their own thing. You understand? And then I respect their timing. Now then even they fuck up. Okay. Because they are supposed to come to work by 8, they will not come. They'll come by 8:30. Okay. But when it is time to close, they know. If my staff close late, it is actually them that decide to close late. When it is their closing time, I don't send them out for anything. Do you understand? Yeah. Sometimes if I want to send them something, maybe around that kind after 6, 7:30, I'll tell them whatever comes out of it, we'll share. So if you go to the stuff and then we make like maybe 2,000, I can just tell you take 1K and 1.5, give me the rest. Do you understand? Yeah. That is me indirectly paying for overtime. So we have a very good working relationship, and that's actually
Wow,
what has been helping us.
that's so much. That's so much. Ogayene, Akaniyene. Okay, so I actually want to thank you so much because it's actually not easy. It's not easy to build a business for 1 year. It's not easy to build a business for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and 6 years. So I give you kudos to that. Thank you so much for. Why are you finding yourself? So okay.
Easy.
Thank you so much for making time for this little talk. I call it the little talk because my friend and I won't mention the name of my friend now. We've actually trying to put up some space. We've actually finished with the. She's a lawyer. We've actually finished with the document part of it because we actually need to meet business people that are doing amazing things. We need to tell them thank you. We'll meet the likes of you, meet the likes of
Oh, you come back and meet me.
Yeah, we'll meet you.
Please come with drink.
Yeah, actually. So
And a wife.
A wife. Okay, a wife for you or
For the
me?
two of us.
For the two of us. Okay.
We share. We share
No,
the
no,
wife.
I don't share wife. Thank you. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate
Thank you, sir.
this time. Yeah.
Thank you.